Hey, thanks for joining me for the weekly reading for the fire signs in love. So, this will be for September 6th through the 12th, or whenever you find this reading. It is for anybody that is a fire sign. So, if you're an Aries, a Sagittarius, or a Leo, or this could resonate with a cross watcher. Placement doesn't make a difference. It's usually your vibrations is what draws you to this reading. So, we're going to go ahead and start with some themes. And then from there, we'll get some clarifiers. All right, very interesting reading. So with the cards here, we actually start off having two different energies being divided here by the moon card. So there's definitely a clarifying of some sort of illusion or something that was hidden and has not been revealed just yet, but will be. So we start off with the Queen of Swords. And then next to her, we have the Ace of Swords. So with that, what I'm getting is that there will definitely be some truth coming out. Either you're involved with an air sign, or it's a matter of having a female or feminine energy in your life that is very clear cut, can be sometimes cold, but very to the point. Very doesn't really like to fluff words or fluff sayings, and when something's on their mind, they just go for it. They just say what they feel, versus, or what's in their mind, versus having to skirt around a situation. So there's definitely going to be some new opportunity, some new clarity that's coming, because then, like I said, we have the moon card. So it's a clarity about this illusion, about something that's been holding back. And then with that, though, it's about walking away. Somebody walking away and leaving a situation that no longer serves, with a Queen of Cups. So, and of course, the Queen of Cups, that could be either, a water element sign. It could be somebody that that is caring, nurturing, loving, that they're very family oriented, they're very emotional type of person. So it seems like what's interesting is that these two queens, the way that they're sitting is they're sitting facing each other, and in the middle is that moon card. So there's some sort of hidden truth that they are both looking at, and it's so interesting because we have the two dogs on each side. So one being one queen and one being the other queen, looking up at the moon, which is an illusion. It's the moon's also like wisdom and such, and showing, using your intuition and whatnot. And then here comes this lobster coming in between the two. So to me, it's like a truth of the matter is coming out, and clarity will come to this situation, which will force somebody to walk away to what is no longer serving them. And so it's very much just as the moon's over here too, and they're not really walking towards the moon, they're walking away from the moon as well. So they're walking away from the lies and the deceit and what has been covered up, and they're moving towards that truth and towards that clarity. So let's see if we can find out some more information with that, because it's definitely going to be an interesting week for sure. You have two feminine energies coming in that you're going to be dealing with this week. So I hope this fire sign's ready, because these are two very powerful women. One's very, to the point. She'll tell you as you need it to hear it. The other one's very nurturing, very loving. But both of them are very, emotional individuals. Just one you really wouldn't see, and then the other one you would definitely see because they wear their heart on their sleeve. All right, so let's clarify these. So what we have here, let's Very interesting. We have the Sister of Spray Cans, which is equivalent to the Prince of Swords. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Ten of Spray Cans, which is the Ten of Swords. We have the Six of Spray Cans, and then we have the Nine of Spray Cans. So a lot of mental thinking about this. Definitely a lot. The good thing is it does look like that there is a completion of this overwhelming feeling, though, because you start off with the Six of Spray Cans and you go all the way up to the Ten of Spray Cans, which is like the completion of the cycle, and then the offer of some sort of mental, some sort of intellectual conversation is going to come in. So the Page of Spray Cans, or the Page of Swords, usually has somebody that's like looking back upon, behind them, and it's about somebody that's looking back to the past and not looking forward. So for this one though, has a picture of a phone, and it's kind of like leeching into the person's hand. So it's kind of more about being stuck in the idea of social media and needing to know what's going on. So it could be, an obsessive behavior. So someone's constantly checking their social media. They're constantly checking to see what's going on. Maybe spying on somebody on social media, seeing, what's happening in their lives, and also remembering that what you see on social media is not what it is like in real life. A lot of people glorify, their lives by posting, images that make it look like that they're happier than they are, and in reality they're not. So really keep that in mind, that a lot of the social media pictures and such are more of it's more of another mask that people are wearing these days, instead of revealing who they truly are. The next one that we have then is the Wheel of Fortune. So with this card, Wheel of Fortune, usually we're talking about going and completing a cycle. So along with this Ten of Spray Cans that we have, which is the Ten of Swords, we are completing a very painful cycle that's coming, that's ending. And what I love about this card though is that the Wheel of Fortune can also represent karma, and finishing up that karmic cycle. And that's what I love about this card, because it definitely says karma on it. So it is coming to an end, and again, it's a cycle on it. It's coming to an end. So this truth that's being revealed is definitely going to end these karmic cycles for you. And again, here's another one, the Ten of Swords, and you see how up there it is the 000, and it's representing the social media. So it's a matter of, you're in pain and suffering because you're not being seen. And this is about, also about being emotionally unstable, and being immature. Not necessarily you per se, but someone in the situation is. And it could be that, the person here that you're dealing with, because this is under the Queen of Swords, maybe they're looking back upon, their childhood, or we're looking back upon, times that were simpler or more innocent. But it looks like that cycle with that person is coming to an end. And then you have here the Six of Spray Cans. So that's like the Six of Swords. And so the Six of Swords is usually, moving to calmer waters, obviously getting out of situations that no longer serve. And it fell underneath, the Eight of Cups. So really, it's about more of leaving and stepping away from a situation that doesn't serve, moving out of something rocky and patchy towards something that's going to be more beneficial. The thing that always gets me about this card, though, is that it actually more resembles the Seven of Swords than the Six of Swords. So if you look here, and every time I see it, I think of this, because Steve Jobs here is sneaking away with his backpack there and the computer, but he really reminds me of the Seven of Swords, um, instead of the Six of moving away to calmer water. Um, so every time I think about this, I think about more of, still leaving a situation, leaving something that's painful, um, but and it's like, but he's still taking his baggage with him, so it's not like he's the person's you're leaving the situation clean and without any issues. You're leaving the situation, but you still are going to have these issues that you need to still deal with. Um, and then obviously the nine of spray cans, nine of wands or nine of swords is all about being in your mind and such. And so with this here, obviously, there's a lot of mental anguish with this. What I like about this card, though, is talking about the innocence, and then setting this circle or this wheel, setting it on fire. So you're setting your karmic cycle. You're setting on fire, and saying, "I think I'm good. We're done. We're done with this cycle. It's time for me to move forward. Let's move forward." So a lot of great things here. Besides being a lot of very, logical thinking, mental thinking here, because it's not about actions. You're not doing anything with these cards. Legitimately, everything except for the Wheel of Fortune is a sword. So, and then the only thing that's not a sword is a major arcana. So with that telling me is that yes, you are going to have a lot of mental anguish this week coming up. It's going to be kind of a hard choice to make. It sounds like things are going to be on the mend with this relationship. Maybe you're moving from one person to a new person, but you have to remember that you will still have this emotional connection and the baggage that goes along with having a relationship and leaving relationships and moving on. And remember to always do your inner work. But with the Wheel of Fortune, though, definitely things are looking positive and it's looking up. So that's fantastic. So let's see if we can clarify a bit more. I'm also getting here with this Ten of Swords. This Ten of Swords is that they're right in the middle of the reading. They're right in between the two queens. And it's like you're screaming for help. You don't know what to do. You need help. And you really need to talk to somebody in your soul tribe. You need to talk to somebody that's going to be non-biased. Someone that's going to really help to not just listen to what you have to say, but really hear what you have to say. Someone that understands when you are bullshitting and really actually understands who you are and can look at you and be like, you might say that, but I know you better than that, and that's not what you're thinking. That's not what you're doing, and you need to really look into yourself. It is so I'm getting that maybe you need to take that time to meditate and do some inner child work and really see what your soul wants you to do. So take some time, and it's not going to be like a quick 5-minute meditation, but take it. Everyone hates hearing this, but take an hour, take 40 minutes to an hour, and really go into you. Go in with the intention of finding out what you should do. Let it out to the universe and say, hey, I need help with this. Please help guide me on what I should do. Show me the path I need to take. And then meditate. And then any thought that comes up, just say thank you and just let it go. You're not looking for your thoughts. This is spray cans. You're already in your thoughts. You need to get out of that. You need to listen to your heart and listen to your soul and see where your soul wants to take you, right? Um, and from there, you know, go with what your soul tells you to do. Now you're going to pull some more cards. All right, fantastical. All right, so it starts off with letting you know that that you do have options, you do have choices. There will be a new beginning, and it will lead you to a true happiness here. We have in the middle of the reading, we have the Four of Wands here, and the Four of Wands obviously, you know, is about having that loving family, that lovely connections, celebrations, being one, being an adult. I heard someone saying big adulting in life, you know, having that mortgage, having that family, you know, doing your next step up. And it's also, this card's also representing the 1111 on it, so it's representing the twin flame community, if you prescribe to that. To me, it's all about that picturesque life that you're looking for, and especially when it's coupled with the Ten of Cups here. And the Ten of Cups, that's that family, you know, the loving partner, the house, the kids, the dog, whatever your heart truly desires in, you know, your lifelong partnerships. And it's beautiful because you're moving from that Ten of Swords, which is so painful, and so in anguish, to this Ten of Cups. So you're going to feel like this is going to be a big roller coaster, because as soon as you say, I'm done with this, in this one chapter of my life of being in my head and being, you know, having complete anguish, and then you have to know that you have this option out there, and that you should take these options. And it might seem that it's overbearing, but really, again, deep into your, find in yourself what you want to do, because our lives are our lives and not anybody else's. You have the choices to make whatever life you want to make it be. So, you know, the great thing about that is that if you don't like how your life is going right now, you have the power to change it. Set your attention, set your manifestation, and start taking action towards it. Because with you also have a new beginning coming in. It will start over. It will be with innocence, but again, like I said, it's coming right after you have it. You have these coming up, and you do have one sword. You do have the Five of Swords here at the end of, right next to the Ten of Cups. So there is going to be some victories. You know, with this, to me, it's always, I want to say, you know, it's always shallow victories. And the reason why, to me, it's more, though, about you're being victorious, but in the same token, somebody in this battle is going to lose. Someone's going to walk away and they're not going to be happy. Somebody is going to be hurt. You know, despite what the choices that you make, somebody is going to have to come out of the situation not feeling good. The great thing, though, about endings and about changes is that you do always have that chance of expansion and growth. So even though this might be painful at first, it could be you know, a blessing in disguise for that person. So we don't ever, you shouldn't go into the intention of, I'm going to hurt this person, obviously, but you shouldn't make your choices based upon the fear of hurting them. It's easier, or it's better to let someone know that you're not happy, or someone know the truth gently, than not telling them and holding it back. That's why we have problems with well, we have a lot of problems, but we're looking forward, and we always do. So let's go ahead and pull some oracle cards and see what is going to go on this week. Sounds like a positive change is coming in. All right. definitely, again, here seeing that there are going to be new opportunities. Being really, I'll show you what we have here. We have into the unknown. Details, details, details. And then dragon's lair. So I'll start here with the into the unknown. To me, this is about encapsulating that moon energy, as well as encapsulating the Fool card. So it's a mix between trusting your intuition, listening to your intuition, being blinded and not knowing the truth just yet, but realizing that the truth is just right around the corner. So you have to take that leap of faith. You have to embrace the unknown. And it's so difficult. She has blindfold on, her hands are out, but she's willing to go ahead and take that leap because she knows at the end of the day, she's going to reach her destination and she's going to reach that true happiness. And then we have, the next one was details, details, details. To me, this is all about that overthinking that you were doing, and that you need to make sure that you are staying true to your path and true to who you are. And in this card, what's really popping is that compass of facing to your true north and being true to yourself and seeking the wisdom within. And in that top magnifying glass, it does say clarity. And actually it says like clarity, important notes. Sorry, getting old, having hard times reading. So important notes. So in your clarity, if you do need help to move to the next step, maybe journaling might help a little bit too. Writing down your thoughts and writing down what you want to tell this other person or tell these people, or even just to sort out in your head, what do you want? Do some conscious writing, take some time, take the time to meditate and then take the time to journal right after that. Write down what comes to you from that meditation. Yeah, I just also keep seeing, the background here. It reminds me of that saying, that all things that glitter isn't gold. So be mindful of other people wearing masks and not actually being truthful to you. Really scrutinize the situation with this mouse up here, and really be honest with yourself, about each situation. All right, and then the last one that was is the dragon's lair. So being a fire sign, to me, that's what dragons are. The fire element, the breathing. And here we have two different dragons that are being seen. You have the dragon up top, and then you have the dragon in the cave. And the dragon in the cave has these red beady eyes and such, but they're kind of trapped down there. They're not coming out. So I feel that you're not being, again, true to yourself. You're not coming out of this cave and flying high where you want to be. There are multiple different levels in this picture, multiple different levels of your greatness, and you need to be able to step out of your cave and embrace who you are. And it might be a journey to get to that top and to be flying again, but one small step. It's like the other saying, you can't move a mountain, can't pick up a mountain and move it, but if you just take one rock at a time, it'll eventually move. Something weird like that. It's coming up. I don't know. Anyways, I really think it's a matter of again, coming out of this icy cold area and taking that moment or that time for yourself and really evaluate your emotions and really defrost, really listen to your passion and who you are. Get out of this mental state, because for a fire sign, your element, or it's the only thing I see, right? The rest of this is all air. So you're really, really stuck in your mind here, dude. And we all know fire signs shouldn't be stuck in their mind. Stuck in your mind, you don't drive, and that's what fire signs are about. It's about passion. It's about movement. It's about being in your element. You're being enthusiastic about things and strong and emotional. And when you're in your mind, you don't. It's in your mind. It's not out there in the physical. It's not being expressed. It's in that mental mind state. And you, as a fire sign, you're really being stagnant by not moving forward. And you really need to move forward because, it's kind of like a volcano waiting to explode when you hold something that passionate or that with that much energy and that much power in you, you're going to explode. So you need to definitely take some time to meditate and reconnect to who you are and get out of your head. All right, let's find some words here from the universe for you. This will conclude the reading once we pull these cards here. I feel like that this reading is very yin and yang, very what's the right word? Dualistic. You have definitely two different types of energies being at play here. You definitely have that mental energy, but it looks like once you get past that mental issues and that mental time frame, you're just going to sorry, my deck looked weird. Trying to shuffle, and I thought I was about ready to shuffle them upside down into each other. But definitely that two different types of energies coming in, or that, well, the two women. I mean, you have the Queen of Swords and you have the Queen of Cups, and then you're stuck in your head trying to figure out what you should do. But once you start looking at yourself and figure out what you truly want to do, you're going to take that leap of faith towards it. All right, so let's go ahead and pull this one. Attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. Attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. Yeah, so when wonderful fire signs, when we all hold in our emotions, or in your case, your passion, your drive, and such, when it does blow, you do have moments of pain that comes out, and fear and judgment, and you tend to divide yourself from the herd, and in reality, that's definitely you screaming for help, because when you're in that moment and in that vibration, you're at a lower vibration. You're not where you are. You're not in your true form and your true essence, because you've been holding your true self back. And you need to really, like I said, take that time to figure out what you want, but you also need to bring your vibration up higher. So step out of this negative talk and this negative energy and this negative explosion onto other people, and again, take the time to be in gratitude and to set your intentions and be happy for what you do have and where you're at, and to know that you do have this choice. You don't need to be stuck in a situation that you do not believe is your true highest good, especially if it has to do with something that's no longer resonating for you. And then the next card that we have is my energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. And then I'm going to read the next one here. In any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. Excuse me. So with both of those other last two cards, again, really raise your vibration, because when you raise your energy level, that's what comes towards you. So if you're down and you are low, you're going to have negative energies coming towards you, because it's the polars come towards you, just like a magnet, and with that, like it attracts like and such. If you are always constantly in a negative state, and if you're not in gratitude, you will have those experiences come towards you. So if you're constantly thinking about, oh man, I have all these bills to pay, I don't know how I'm going to pay all these bills, you're just going to get more bills, they're going to manifest and come towards you. If you think about how grateful you are that you have a roof over your head, food in the fridge, or even simpler than that, how you can go outside and feel the warmth of the sun on your skin, or feel the cool breeze, in the air, or, you do have a loved one that you can, give a hug to or reach out to. It doesn't have to be big. It could just be being grateful that you're breathing, being grateful that, you are able to, share your life with somebody, or that you're able to laugh, or, just something to get you more positive. Being grateful for what you do have and being grateful for what's around you will raise that vibration. And when you get into that vibration of gratitude, joy and love and laughter and happiness will come to you, because it'll be magnetized to come towards you. So with that, with being in that higher element, in that higher reign, this happiness will come to you. You'll have that clarity, and you'll know what is serving you and what's no longer serving you, because you'll be in that right vibration to understand that, hey, whoa, this situation's not vibing for me. I might care about this person, but we fight too much, and we're constantly on each other's throats. We don't see eye to eye. I mean, I'm grateful to have this person in my life, but we are no longer on the same page. We're no longer resonating. This is not where I want to be. But clarity comes in those forms. Or maybe it's, what? This is me personally, is looking at the situation and going, man, I attracted this into my life because I wasn't ready for what I truly wanted. I wasn't at the highest vibration that I could be, and I attracted something that was bad for me, something that doesn't treat me right. Me personally, I tend to always attract the players for some reason, because my vibration wasn't there to have the solid relationship that I want. And so my negative energy was just attracting those negative people into my life. Luckily, I was able to realize it, and so I don't welcome them into my life. Anyways, so to conclude with these cards, that last card here, in the moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love, through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. Again, you could surrender, and embrace the gratitude, and embrace love and joy and happiness, and you can get there through meditation and being grateful, saying affirmations, or saying affirmations to me always seemed like it was so hokey. You don't have to say them out loud, though. You can say them like in your heart, and you'd be like, man, I'm so grateful for that nice, cool winter breeze coming in. And yes, I am a winter person, so I am grateful for that nice breeze coming in, cooling down this 90-degree weather outside, or, maybe the opposite. Man, I'm so glad that the rain has finally cleared up and I can go outside and sunbathe, or I can go outside and hike, or ride your bike, or whatever you enjoy doing. Probably something thrilling and exciting because you're an air, or you're a fire sign. Um, so, anyways, that is your reading for the week. This sounds like it's going to be a fantastical week. Please do, put a like, or comment down below. Let me know how it's going if this does resonate with you.